What's good, you guys? I hope you're doing so lovely today. I don't know why I'm starting out the reading like this, but here we go. I don't know why it looks like that. Alright, you guys, I'm so sorry about that. I've just been having so much fun with that AI filter lately on Snapchat, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was hilarious to me. But anyway, welcome here. So glad to have you here, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today we're just going to do a quick aura reading for you guys, and I'm going to give you 4 piles to choose from. And those options this time are going to be 4 clips of like optical illusions that I think look really cool, as well as sounds for each pile. So keep your volume up, listen for the sounds, as well as look at the pictures, obviously. And I will jump straight into that pile selection now, and I will see you at your pile.
Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. So take your time, pause the video if you need to, and vibe out which pile you believe to be yours. And I will get started with pile number 1. Timestamps are listed down in the description as well as in the comments, and I will see you at your pile. Alrighty, so pile number 1. What I get from your aura is a very intuitive and mystical kind of vibe. You seem like somebody who is very in touch with their intuitive side. You might be very spiritual, or at least you come across that way. You might be into like the metaphysical type things, and I mean, if you're watching this reading, you probably watch other readings on YouTube. You might be into crystals, you might wear crystals, but you have a very angelic kind of presence and something that almost gives off the energy of like you're not from this realm. You have much higher knowledge than most people would understand. It's not just like an earthly presence. It's a very like it's like it's from another realm. And I also kept getting a lot of like pink and green energy, and I kept hearing that meme that's like Cosmo and Wanda think they slick wherever like somebody sees pink and green things together. And that's how I feel like you are. Like if you get intuitive if hits, I just heard like hits of dopamine, so maybe that is a thing for you, like when you get hints from your spirit guides or angel messages, angel numbers, or something like that. It's almost like a hit of dopamine for you because you are very like self-aware, and you know when you're getting those messages that you need to get, and so it feels really good to you because you're able to see those signs and connect with the other realm. And you might actually talk to your spirit guides the same way that Timmy would talk to Cosmo and Wanda. Like you see your spirit guides as fairy godparents. And in this way, it might seem to other people like if you're acting weird or acting a certain way, it's because you are getting hints from your spirit guides that other people aren't getting. And so you know something at all times that other people don't, because you're able to connect with your spirit guides and you're so connected to them that they just tell you like when you need to worry about things. And if your intuition feels off, like you know that you need to get out of there, you know that something bad is going to happen. You always just know, you're always one step ahead of everybody else. And this also might look like you being like a master manifester. If you've always been really good at just manifesting things into your life, it could feel like you're making a wish, like Timmy would with Cosmo and Wanda, like your Fairly Odd Parents. It's like all you have to do is just speak it into the universe, and your spirit guides are like right there with you. They are there to deliver, and it's just always comes so easy to you, and people see that as like the most magical type of presence, and that's what they see in your aura. And it like just comes so easily to you, and so people really are fascinated by this about you, but you just give off this presence of someone who's very connected to the spiritual side of humanity, and it's really cool. And I just think that you have like a very mystical and artistic kind of presence, and it's something that people always wonder more about. And I think that it's not really something that you think twice about because it just comes so naturally for you, but people always wonder like what's going on in your head? What are you thinking about? Who are you? Because you don't give off that vibe of just like the typical everyday earth person. There's something very magical about you and people love that and they just want to get to know you so much more. For zodiac signs, I'm getting either air or earth, so you could be an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I'm also getting the numbers 24, 36, 17, and 19. And then for names, I get Max or Maxine, Caitlin or Kate, Ashley or Ash, Daniel, Delaney, Rachel, Rochelle, Ryan, and Michelle or Michael. So with all that being said, this is your final aura, and I really hope that you like it. I think it turned out really pretty. And if you don't mind showing me some support by liking, sharing, subscribing, and of course, hit that bing bong so that you never miss a new upload from me. And just to let you guys know, I do offer personal one-on-one aura readings, as well as dream interpretations, personal guided meditations. All of that information will be in my About Me on my YouTube channel, as well as in the description of this video. And so if you'd like to reach out for that, definitely let me know. I'd love to get in touch with you. And I hope that you have a day as beautiful as you, and I hope to see you in the next one. I love you. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. So with your aura, it is very hard to read. You might get this a lot. I get a very Scorpio type of energy with you where there is so much depth to you, but it's not at all like what you show on the outside. It's very mysterious and a little bit guarded, but I think you have good reason for doing that. And people want to see what's going on in your personal life, what's going on in your head, what you're thinking about at all times, because there's this feeling of like never knowing exactly who you are. I feel like you don't show anybody the true side of you, or there's always just one little thing that like you leave out of every story. I don't know, this might be like a trauma response. If not, you might just be very selective with who you give yourself to and reveal yourself to and make yourself vulnerable with. But there's I every time that I felt like I knew what this aura was, there was always just one little thing that I was like, but what's that about? But what's this about? Like, explain this. I can't wrap my head around it. There's always something deeper that I just could not figure out. And I feel like that's exactly how you are. I feel like you spend a lot of time in your head, and maybe in the world you come across as someone who's like so polite and so friendly and extroverted and just so sweet, and but in your mind you're thinking of like maybe like a sad song that you heard, or just like the potential chaos that could happen any second, or like conspiracy theories, or you're just always thinking about like the what ifs. And it's not even like an anxiety kind of thing. It might be if you do have anxiety, but I'm more so seeing it as just like this constant need for new information and searching for more information and learning about new things and wanting to just know more and more and more every day, just like storing all of this new knowledge in your head. You're always questioning things, and I feel like you're the kind of person that never feels satisfied with how much knowledge you have. And so because you feel that way about other things, people feel that way about you. Like they're never satisfied because they never know enough about you, and you never know enough about everything else. So it's kind of like this weird like chain reaction type of thing. It's really cool though. I feel like you're very smart, very intelligent, very intuitive, but people have such a hard time reading you because you're too busy reading everything else in the world and trying to figure out what's going on. So they have no idea what you're about because you're so focused on all these other things, so they can't keep up with that. I feel like you give really good advice. You're very smart, very artistic. You might write music, you might write poetry. You're into like these deep types of art forms that a lot of people these days can't necessarily wrap their head around. And I think that you're fine with that. I think that you don't have a problem with doing things on your own because you know that nobody around you is really going to get it the way that you do. So I think that you really appreciate your alone time, and like other people's energy can be really draining for you. And I also think that you might have a hobby or something or an interest that people would never guess about you. Like you might play the violin and you never show anybody that. It's something that you do to like bring yourself back to center when you're alone. But you don't want to like do it as a performance, you know? Because the sound that you picked was the violin. And so I just feel a very philosophical kind of energy coming from this pile. With zodiac signs, I get Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio for sure, and Aries or Sagittarius. And then with numbers, I'm getting 18, 23, 26, 27, 30, and 31. For names, I'm getting Francesca, Mallory, Nikki or Nicole, Bridget, Bailey, Kaylee, Kira, Sam, Rylan, Jennifer, Skylar, Richard, Savannah, Megan, Rose, and Alyssa. And before I show you guys the finished portrait, I do just want to let you guys know that I do offer personal one-on-one aura readings as well as dream interpretations, personalized guided meditations, and if you would like to know more about that, all of that info will be listed down in the description of this video, as well as in my About Me on my YouTube channel, and definitely reach out if you feel called to. I would love to get something set up for you. And with all that being said, this is your finished aura portrait, and I hope that you like it. I really like it. I think it turned out really pretty. And if you liked this reading and you want to see more from me, if you could show your support by liking, sharing, subscribing, and of course, hit that bing bong so that you never miss a new upload from me. And I hope you have a day as beautiful as you, and I hope to see you again in the future. I love you. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm so excited to do this reading. I do want to let you guys know that I decided to pull tarot cards for this reading, which I didn't do for the other two, because I felt like there was something that's blocking your energy. And I wasn't really sure what that was, but it felt very down. It felt like there was something in the way that was just causing you distress or hurt or some kind of pain. So I pulled tarot cards and I wasn't surprised with what I got. So what came out was Death, Justice, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Then on the bottom of the deck was the Eight of Cups. So what I get from this is there is this feeling of not feeling comfortable where you're at and being in a very dark place. And maybe you've been in a place for so long that you've had a lot of negative experiences in, and you haven't been able to clear out that energy. And so this place that you're staying is like filled with just memories of past trauma and hurt and pain and sadness and grief. And I feel like if it is your home, then it's this feeling of like waking up and looking around and just being filled with the past, like memories of the past, and you can't seem to get past it. And I think this message is more so about advice from your spirit guides to you because of the energy that I am seeing that's blocking your aura right now. Because you do have a beautiful aura. You're very passionate about life. You're a very romantic person. You're very kind-hearted. You always want the best for everybody. You're very thoughtful, very empathetic and intuitive and artistic and talented. And I feel so bad right now because you don't deserve to be going through this. I feel like it's just been so many years of constant pressure and anxiety and depression just building up and up and up. And now it's like that's who you've become almost. Like you live in that. It is who you are, or at least that's how it feels. And I think the advice for you is to just take a look at everything around you and really acknowledge where the hurt is.
what's triggering to you? What do you have in your home that you can get rid of that reminds you of the past that hurt you? What do you have a bad connection with? What just makes you feel bad when you look at it, when you touch it, when you're around it? Because something in your house is draining your energy. If it's not one thing, I think it's clutter that has built up over time just because of maybe depression or just the lack of energy due to your energy being drained so much over time. And that's okay. It's okay that, things have gotten out of hand if that is the case. But it can't stay that way. And I have a feeling that you don't want it to stay that way, but it's just so hard for you to get started with making your home a safe haven. I feel like you don't feel safe or comfortable in your home. There's actually a song that I'm going to include, and this song is very personal to me, so if it is personal to you, then just know that I understand what you're going through, and if you need anybody, let me know. Email me. We'll talk about it. But the song is called This Was a Home Once by Bad Sons, and I think you just really need to focus on what aspects can you bring into your home that bring you good energy. And you know how people say, like, to bring in good things, you have to make space for it. I feel that for you metaphorically, but also physically. Like, make space by clearing out the clutter and then bring in things like bright colors and plants and paintings, whatever makes you feel good. You need to replace the bad energy with the good energy, and things will start changing for you. And I'm sorry that this reading was pretty serious. I wish the best for you, and let me know if you need anything. Like I said, if you want to get a personal one-on-one aura reading, I do offer that. I also offer different services like dream interpretations or personalized guided meditations if you think that would help you. Definitely reach out. I would love to connect with you. All of that information will be listed down in the description of this video, as well as in my About Me on my YouTube channel. And with that, I hope that you like the aura. I think it turned out really pretty, and I think you're a beautiful person. I can see a lot of hurt in you right now, and I'm so sorry, and I pray for you, and whatever you're going through, I hope that it gets better soon. Just please know that you are beautiful, and you are strong, and you got this, and I love you. And I hope that you have a day as beautiful as you, and I hope to see you again in the future. I love you. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Thanks so much for being here. I'm excited to do this reading for you. So, first of all, tell me why I felt so rushed as I was drawing out your aura. I felt like I was on a time limit, and like everything that I did, I was like, that's not right. Fix it. Go over it again. Fix it. Like, that doesn't look right. I don't like that. Just cover it up. I was so frantic, and you can see right as it starts, I felt like I was being like watched and timed, and someone was like with a timer like go, and I just panicked, and I was like, oh my god, just start adding everything I possibly can. And I was like, oh, I hate it, add even more on top of it. I swear to god, you have this energy of like, I just have to keep moving, I have to keep doing things, I have to keep just like, you're always moving or always thinking or always just scatterbrained, or maybe you're unorganized, or just, I don't know, I feel like you have this way of going about life that's like, you're like constantly caffeinated. And you might enjoy coffee, you might not, but you feel like coffee to other people because you are always like so stimulating in your energy, and some people can handle it, some people can't. But I do feel like you have this vibe of being the life of the party, always having something funny to say, always having a new story to tell. You're very interesting. And actually, I just realized that like I took a break in between this reading and the other readings, and I literally went and got coffee. And so now I'm like hyper, because you'll notice if you watch the other piles, I'm in a totally different mood. Like, I feel like out of breath just doing this reading. I feel very hyper, very like kind of all over the place, I guess. You have a, like, I'm picturing like a spring, and like every time that you get pushed down, it doesn't matter. Like, you bounce right back up, and nobody can hold you down. Nobody can push you down. You might have ADHD, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a very like electric and like invigorating kind of energy.
I'm actually picturing, and please don't take this as like an insult or anything. I don't mean it to be. It's just how I feel like your mind works. If you've ever seen the movie Hoodwinked and the squirrel, was he a squirrel? Yeah, I think he was a squirrel. See, I feel like that right now. Twitchy. I feel like that's like I don't feel like you come across that way to people, but I get that vibe because that one part when he's like, I think I forget what happens, but I think that the wolf asks him like, "Yeah, are you on coffee?" or like, "Did you drink coffee?" or something. He's like, "No, I don't drink coffee."
You put that away. It's covert, no flash.
Undercover, got it. Yeah, nobody sees, nobody knows.
You ever thought about decaffeinated coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
He says it super fast, but he's still like just naturally like that. That's how you are with people. It's like people think that you're always caffeinated or something, and it's really fun because you're kind of a wild card in this way where like your friends love hanging out with you. They always know who to go to for a laugh. They always know that you're going to be there like for them whenever they need you because I feel like you care a lot about your time and you use every minute of your day to get the things done that you need to get done and you don't want to waste a single second. And you might work a lot, you might be a workaholic, you might work out a lot, but I feel like you constantly need to be moving. And if not moving, then thinking or learning or talking. I feel like you have so much in your head that you need to express. And so that energy might come out in forms of art or forms of poetry or speaking or working out, just however you need to get that energy out of you, you do it. And you have no problem doing that and expressing yourself. Or should I say espressoing yourself? That was stupid, I'm sorry. And I also think that if you do have trouble getting out your words, if like your brain is moving faster than your mouth can, then you use different forms of art to express how you're feeling. So it could come through in like dance or music or art, like I said, and it comes through in such a beautiful way because you're able to express that in a physical sense that people can see instead of you trying to enunciate every single word that is going on in your head. Instead, you like to use art as a way to provoke a certain emotion in people, and that's really beautiful because it always comes out perfect. It totally conveys the message that you're trying to get across, and it's beautiful. And I love your energy, and I think it's so much fun, and I can finally take a breath now. My god, I feel like I didn't breathe that entire time, but this is your finished aura. It's so pretty. I love it. And it is crazy, but like, oh, all the colors are just so perfect, and I love how it just all works together. And if you enjoyed this reading and you like what I do, if you could please show me some support by liking, sharing, subscribing, and of course, hit that bing bong so that you never miss a new upload from me. And if you're interested, I do offer personal one-on-one aura readings. I also offer dream interpretations as well as personalized guided meditations and some other stuff. So all the information for that and contacting me will be down in the description as well as in my About Me on my YouTube channel. And with that, I hope you have a day as beautiful as you, and I hope to see you again in the future. I love you. Bye!